This video is titled, What Does Your Company Have to Offer? You have to set up systems and structure to be able to make your systems plug and play versus plug and pray. And what I mean by that is this. A lot of managers will leave it up to the individual LO to build their own systems. I think what you want to do as a manager to have these systems put in place so you could bring on more people more rapidly and plug them into systems where the systems allow them to function instead of getting them in this creative mode. And then instead of going out and engaging with people with the systems, they're spending all the time putting the systems together, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And I'm just going to share with you some of the different ideas here. If you watch some of the other videos regarding Q1 being recruiting, Q2 being the training quadrant, Q3 being the motivation quadrant, and then Q4 being the retention quadrant. And all these things are important because it allows the person to run as fast as they can and keeps them in their activity that's going to get them the most reward, which is originating loans. Do you have a mortgage coach-centered culture? Do you have a buyer's advantage program, a seller's advantage program, a buyer's agent list of services that your company has to offer, a listing agent list of services that your company has to offer? Or is it up to each LO to try to figure it out themselves, gang? Makes no sense to me at all how, I'm going to say 70% of mortgage companies are ran out there. Do you have a preferred realtor program, an approved affinity professional program, partnering program? Do you have a Hispanic division, a Q3 customer service division? Have you initiated the 2-in-1 program? We'll explain that at the actual 2-day conference. And the Q4 client retention program. See, most organizations really don't put together these systems. So what happens is they recruit a person, then they trap themselves in training, then they're trying to motivate that person, and then they got to say, wait, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. Well, if you keep recruiting and you have these systems to plug people into, one of the best things that you could ever have for your business is fresh blood always coming in the door. It brings the energy level up, that particularly good combination of new people as well as experienced people. Because the newbies, the energy that you get from them, it just re-energizes the old school guys. See, what happens with a lot of loan officers, I get retained a lot, particularly in the last 4 or 5 months. I've been retained quite a bit by top producing LOs getting ready to make a move to a company, wanting me to help them evaluate those companies and what's going to be the best company that's going to be a fit for them. And for me to be able to get with them and say, you know what, there's a lot more on the table here for this negotiation than just commission splits and resources. They go, what do you mean? I said, sure, you got to negotiate options, stock options. Do you become an officer of the corporation, a voting officer, non-voting officer? Maybe the issuance of a B-class share of stock if, in fact, the company's on a mission. See, I believe this without a doubt. A lot of loan officers don't leave over commission splits. That's what they say on the way out. They leave because their company's at the end of the road. There's no more opportunities. They've gone as far as they can. And another company comes along and they've got a bigger vision, or they've got a bigger opportunity, and that person goes, wow, I want to be a part of this new thing that's growing. And when I start working with a company owner or a manager, I ask them for their mission statement. Most of the time the mission statement is written at the wrong person. It's written at the borrower, and it should be written at the loan officer, because within a company, the loan officer is the customer. So I'm going to read this one I wrote for my company about 13 years ago. At ABC, our customer is the loan originator. When we care for our staff, the staff will take care of the customer. We do this by providing a growth environment for the individual and company. This is accomplished by creating security for the loan officer by managing with goals, systematizing all facets of the transaction, through developing the individual, through rapidly confronting and overcoming challenges, through maximizing the use of technology, and by leading by example. Now watch where I'm going to go with this, gang. By the way, every time I've ever presented this to a loan officer, I get a wow. Our company doesn't have anything like this. Or most loan officers, they just, the company's got their own problems and the loan officers got theirs, and they're not congruent. There's very few organizations out there that really have it together. I want you to get this next part, though. Before I say it, I'm going to remind you, if you haven't studied in a while, Abraham Maslow's, he's the father of psychology, and he talks a lot about salespeople and business people. And one of the things that he talks about is the 7 motivators of people in business. And they are money, achievement, recognition, love of family, acceptance, self-acceptance, and security. So I want you to see how I've integrated those words into the bottom part of this mission statement. By providing this environment, each individual maximizes their talents to provide security for themselves and their family. Thus, our mission is to provide a predictable, dependable, and efficient environment to assist in the accomplishments of the loan officer's goals. See, again, most mission statements are not written to be able to attract and recruit talent. They don't have their unifying traits or their belief systems written out. Manage with goals, accuracy by system implementation, develop the individual. These are things that we believe in. We confront challenges, we maximize technology, we lead by example, and man, we love to party and celebrate the success of the individual. If you're currently not on our website, www.loanofficersnow.com, you may want to go there and review some of the other videos that we have in place for you as well. Also, while you're there, read some of the information and content, and you may want to participate in the upcoming Recruiters Roundtable Mastermind Conference. I guarantee you this, there's something more that you can learn. Even if you're an accomplished manager, you're going to be able to see some things that other people are doing that could really have a significant impact on your business. And as I go back for 1 second, I want to ask yourself a question. Could you, as a manager, do a better job at any of this? And if the answer is yes, then the answer is yes to registering for the upcoming program and being a part of the group. Once you go to the website, the next dates and times, you'll be able to find those by clicking on the registration link where you can download the form, and the dates will be published on that. I hope this information, this video has been helpful. Thank you very much for your time and your consideration. Bye-bye.